Namaste. Today we will be reviewing a book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma. But before we start the book review, it is very important to know about the author. Robin Sharma, a Canadian writer who became a litigation lawyer at the age of 25, and he published a book, A Mega Living, a book on stress management and spirituality. He has paved his journey from becoming a litigation lawyer to becoming the world's premier speaker on leadership and personal mastery. He is best known for the book The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. He is also considered to be the world's top leadership gurus. He has also written 12 other books and founded a training company named Sharma Leadership International. Some of the finest books written by him are The 5 a.m. Club and Who Will Cry When You Die. The book mainly consists of two main characters, Julian Mantle, a well known seven figured income lawyer, and John, an intern in his company. Julian owns a Ferrari, a big mansion, along with celebrity neighbors, and a private jet. He was getting bored and unhappy day by day, despite huge success in the criminal cases. He has also solved one of the famous murder mystery cases. But he still wanted more fame and more money, which led him working for 18 hours a day. As a result, he got divorced, barely interacted with family. He was only 53 years old but was looked like an 80-year-old man. One fine day, while handling one of the most important cases, he felt a bit of pain in his chest area and suddenly fainted. He was immediately rushed to a hospital and diagnosed with a heart attack. When Julian came back to senses, doctor advised him to not to go so hard with himself as his body was not in position to handle the pressure. Doctor asked him to quit his job and live peacefully. He looked like a loser in his own case of life, even though winning cases all over his career. After a few days, he realized his mistakes, and one fine morning, he sold off everything, his Ferrari, big mansion, a private jet. He started his journey towards the mystical land of India in search of true meaning of life. He wanted to meet Indian monks who were no ordinary, as these are the people with highest level of wisdom and had the potential to transform the inner potential of anybody. It took him days to find one of these monks who agreed to take Julian with him to their secret village in the top of the great Himalayas. He started living with them, and after observing the dedication of Julian, the monk leader decided to teach Julian the seven virtues of life. The only promise the monk leader wanted was to spread the learnings across the outside world. The monk started narrating the story. Imagine you are sitting in a beautiful garden full of greenery and trees, colorful flowers, and birds chirping around. The flowers in the garden smells extremely soothing the mind. There is a lighthouse in the garden, and suddenly a sumo comes out of the door. He just wore a thin pink wire cable underwear. He finds a golden stopwatch lying on the ground and tries to pick it up, but he slips and falls down on the ground. After a few seconds, he comes into senses because of the smells of the roses in the garden. He saw a path paved with small diamonds. He started walking on the path and led to the place where the sumo found the utmost happiness. For Julian, it seemed to be like a joke, but he practiced for 3 years. And after 3 years, when he went to meet his intern John, who was now an officer in his own company, John was unable to identify a young man standing in front of him, but he was none other than the Julian himself. He has transformed himself miraculously, but as promised by the monk leader, Julian gave John all the lessons which he learned in the Himalayas and started living a happy life. There are many learnings in this book, but two of them which I would like to mention is your ICAN is more important than your IQ. I remember there is a famous quote by Richard Branson. If somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you are not sure you can do it, say yes and then learn how to do it later. And the best part about reading the books is it is not what you will get out of the books that is so enriching. It is what the books will get out of you that will ultimately change your life.